Our lovely Audrey Mansfield is here because we're going to talk about a topic that a lot of women go through, and that's jealousy. It can ruin a friendship, harm your relationship, so why do we do it? The pettiness can turn actually into damaging behavior. And here to help us tackle jealousy before it becomes a big problem is the author of Ultimate Betrayal. Welcome back, Danine Manette. Hi, Danine.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay. There is like so much jealousy among girlfriends. You know, do you notice that? Why does that happen?
I do, and I think it's like the most negative emotion possible.
Yeah.
It really is. And women, we tend to have, our relationships tend to be more intense a lot of times. And men can get along just fine in packs of 10, 15.
Yeah.
Women, anytime you get more than 2, there starts to become a little bit of trouble. I mean, it's just, it begins to get out of hand. I've been in the courtroom where men are adversaries all week long and play golf together on Saturdays, but women may never speak again.
Wow.
You know, I have to say, living in Europe for so much of my life, that my daughter went through high school, and I really saw a lot of this happening in those early stages, the competitive and the sort of jealousy amongst the girls. Did you have that in high school?
Maybe a tiny bit, but you hear it all over the news, you know, where a teenager, like a cheerleader's mom will, like, go sabotage the other cheerleader and all
Amy
those other
Fisher,
stories.
for God's sake.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
it's just, it becomes so debilitating.
Right. So what's the difference between, like, jealousy and admiration?
Jealousy has negative connotations because it's when admiration takes a turn towards the dark side. It's when you become so obsessed with what someone else has in their life, in their family, with their career, things that are going on in their life that you want for yourself so badly that it brings out a dark side in you.
So how would that affect your relationships, like with the friend or even your husband at home?
Because you become so obsessed with what someone else has that you can't concentrate on what you need to have in your own life.
Okay.
And it can really be a negative thing that comes out of you that really can, you need to take that energy and make it into something more positive for yourself.
Right. Do you find yourself ever being jealous?
You know what, we talked about this earlier. I don't have that gene. I'm not a jealous person. And, you and I've worked together a lot. We have a really great office, everybody out there. So we don't have to deal with that, and we're very, very lucky.
Yeah.
But I've seen it, and I recognize it. And I think every woman recognizes jealousy immediately. But I actually am not a jealous person. But I think, again, recognizing it in the early stages, there's some things you can do that you should maybe talk about, and then later on, if it carries on, you really need to get some help.
Exactly. I mean, a lot of it starts, little girls are jealous of each other a lot of times, but you outgrow that as you get older and as you mature. But it's when it starts to become a part of your adult life. It's when you start becoming so fixated on other people's things. It's unhealthy. It really is, and it can become dangerous.
So focus on yourself, right? Make a plan of your own life.
That's right. Take into account what you have in your life. If you're jealous because someone else is thin, then work out and become healthy, the healthiest you that you can be. If you're jealous because someone else is driving a nice car, why don't you just reorganize your own finances and put yourself in a position to where you can make better financial choices?
And I do think it's about knowing yourself and your own strengths and appreciating those things about yourself that make you so unique.
You wrote something. I think the tip was recognize that not all that glitters is gold.
Correct. You never really know what someone else is dealing with. What you see on the surface may not be half of the problems that they may be dealing with at home. People may put their best foot forward when they come out, but you don't know what someone else is going through, and you're so busy caught up in what's on the outside that a lot of times it's not that at all.
I really like that scenario. You said if everybody, there's like that little scenario, if everybody wrote down their biggest problem
and put it in a bucket and pass the bucket around, and you had to pull out the problem of the person, whatever problem you pulled out as the problem you had to take, people would fight to get their original problems back. Because I know what I'm dealing with, but that guy over there has a hump in his back.
I have often said this about people who are having trouble with their boyfriends or marriages. You're just exchanging one set of problems for another.
Exactly.
So, deal with the ones you have.
Exactly.
Take inventory of your own blessings and good fortune.
That's right. Be somebody who sees the glass as half full instead of half empty. Recognize that I have a lot in my life to be thankful for. We spend so much time concentrating on what we want that we lose sight of what we have. And recognizing that we are in the wealthiest nation and we are amongst the wealthiest people, and rather than complain about the job you have and wish you had this one, be grateful that you have a job.
Well, right now in this economy, we should all be grateful.
And then you say we should be careful that jealousy does not lead to betrayal.
That's a whole nother topic, betrayal. Yes. That's something that can become very, very dangerous.
Like revenge and stuff?
Exactly. When jealousy jealousy turns that corner and becomes part of that dark side, and people start behaving ways because not only are they jealous of what you have, they want it for themselves.
Yeah, so kind of appreciate what you have and realize that.
We should.
People always think the grass is greener on the other side, but it's
but
not
if you spent
necessarily
that much time dealing with your own grass, imagine how green it would be.
Oh, Danine, that's true. We have a nice green field. Danine, we have a great so much. The book is Ultimate Betrayal. We actually have some more tips on our website about, like, if you have a jealous girlfriend, you know, because that could really affect friendships.
Yes,
and
it
you
can.
wrote some tips on that, and we have that on our website. That's it for today, Danine. Thank you so much. Audrey, thank you so much. And for Spencer, he says goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.